Are you ready to ride the frequency? Are you ready to ride the frequency? Ride the frequency?
Well, hello. Welcome to Riding the Frequency Shorts. A couple weeks ago, I attended the New Life Expo. I was a guest of Mr. Stephen Bassett's. It was so much fun. I got to meet Laura Eisenhower and Dr. Charnel Wolverton. It was great. I got to see Alan Steinfeld, meet a fella named Steve Spear, and the guy who ran the whole thing named Mark, on top of which it was at the New Yorker Hotel, which is where Nikola Tesla did all his work. So, of course, we took our requisite photos in front of Nikola Tesla's apartment, hotel room. Then I went down to the basement, took some more photos of stuff, which didn't really come out great because reflections, light, In any event, it was fun. And Mr. Bassett very kindly allowed me to interview him. It was very impromptu and very silly. So, I don't know. I guess that's it. That's all I got. Here's the cuckoo. Enjoy.
I'm concerned. I don't know if you have enough rings.
What are you concerned about, Steve?
I'm not sure you have enough rings.
You're not sure I have, he's not sure I have enough rings.
Only 6. I don't know. I think you need to start thinking about 8.
I think you don't have enough rings.
I have no rings. I'm ringless.
Ringless in Manhattan.
You have to have a...
There's no downstairs this way. There's only the elevator. It's cordoned off.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
The
You're
elevator,
welcome.
of course, will do it for you.
You're looking very smart and classy, lady. Try to give someone a compliment.
She's tired.
We're all
Been
tired,
at this
Steve.
for a day and a half.
Look, so how have you been enjoying this New Life Expo?
This is rolling? Okay.
Yeah, it's been rolling this whole time.
No,
That's how you get 'em.
It's my second New Life Expo, and I think it's in the third, and it's again nice. The New Yorker Hotel is wonderful. Everybody is always the case with the New Life Expos and Conscious Life Expos and New Age conferences. Nobody's trying to pick a fight with somebody or go to war. People are interested in nice things. Okay. Well, one person went picked a fight. So it's a good vibe. I'm pretty much nuts and bolts guy, pretty much basic. I don't get off in exotic areas. If I had money, I might just do it for the hell of it, but I know. But the people are wonderful, and they're just authentic, and so just coming to these conferences is like a kind of a vacation from madness.
Yeah, I imagine it is a little mad in DC.
A little mad.
A little mad.
Yeah.
Maybe they need more rings.
They need a lot. There's a lot of things they need. Right?
They don't need any more dollars.
They need mushrooms. They need psychoanalysts.
They need psychoanalysts and mushrooms. That's it.
See, he can go there because he's one of the guys.
Right.
Oh.
Gabriel's allowed to go past the cordoned off
Sure.
area. Secret agent man just walked by.
That's
Why
all right,
are
don't
you
worry about
sorry?
it.
We're talking to you.
That's why they made
I'll talk to
editing
anybody.
software.
I'll talk to anybody. Clearly. Look at what. Sorry.
Yeah,
But
even me.
Even Steve, who I really thank you so much because I don't get out of the house much, as most of you know. I only leave the recluse, but Steve got me out of the house, very graciously allowed me to be his +1. Thank you.
Yeah, and I think maybe you need to start getting out of the house more.
I need to.
It's time. Really.
Are you willing to be in public with me more? Is that what you're saying?
I'm willing, if I can assist in that regard, but like being a recluse, which is what COVID turned everybody into, has not helped anybody's mental health.
But I was a recluse before COVID there. See, I was very comfortable in COVID because
Okay, so that got you through COVID, that's good. I was kind of like myself. I was the same way. But once it was over, I realized, okay, look, the world's moving faster and faster, and if you're not out there meeting people and doing stuff, you're really going to miss too much.
I feel like Steven and I are like two peas in a neurodivergent pod, except I have more rings.
Yes, more rings. She's the ring bearer.
I'm the ring master.
Yeah.
I'm the ring leader. Follow me, Steve. No, I'm kidding.
So, what else do you want to know?
I don't know. Tell me about your childhood.
The interviewer doesn't know what the hell. You're almost as bad as Larry King.
I'm just so seasoned, it's not even funny.
Well, how did you find the conference?
How did I find the conference? Well,
Yeah.
Alan tried to drag me out of the house last year, but I didn't want to, so I didn't come out.
Exactly.
But when I found out this young man was going to be here, I very much invited myself along as his plus one in my first chat.
I got her a freebie. That's all she needed. But you saw old friends, people you hadn't seen in a while. You could chat and talk. You listen to some cool stuff. Hey, this is New York.
And the day's not over. Oh, we went to a deli and we had a roast beef sandwich. I put Russian dressing on that.
She also tried to put cheddar cheese, which wasn't going to fly.
Listen,
It's okay.
the guy put Swiss cheese. I asked him for cheddar like 5 times, and he's not.
He did the right thing and just brought the right cheese because obviously she wasn't in her right mind. But so yeah, no, you had a great time. You really interacted with people and so forth. And so I think maybe it's time. All right.
How did this turn into you talking about what I have to do? And I said I'd like to interview you live. I don't get it. Why do you keep turning it around on me,
I
man?
ran out of questions. So
I ran out of questions.
pretty much that's what you said.
Tell me about your childhood.
Nothing there.
Nothing
Boring as
there.
hell.
You were going to say another word.
Besides, it's so long ago, I don't remember anything.
Boring as hell.
That's right.
Hell is spelled F-H-E-L-L in Stephen's dictionary.
So look, you're a podcaster, and
I'm trying.
I am very much behind podcasters. Right? I think it's a major revolution, major change in our culture. It's opened up all kinds of interesting possibilities, stuff that's now being covered that wouldn't be covered, and people are participating. So it's making it very hard for the politicians and the idiots to get away with as much as they used to.
Tell me how you really feel about them, Steve.
So, well, just the idiots. I mean, they're nice people
Idiots?
too. Thing is,
Sociopaths?
so I have done, I don't know, 400 or 500 podcast interviews. I will do them. Literally, I will do them. Your podcast has got to be so far out in space or in left field for me to say I really can't do that. Right? There have been a couple where I'm going, I can't do that. Otherwise, I'm on. And I'll go on with 5 minutes notice. Hey, look, I lost a guest. Can you? Absolutely. I just sit in my office
Help.
and wait for the podcast calls to come in.
I feel like we should get David Young to come over here and help us because this is, he's lost it. He's been hanging around with me too much.
He tried to sell me $220 worth of his thingies, but he thinks I have money or something. So,
It's okay. It's good as long as they think we have money. We'll be treated well.
So this is an example of a New Age type conference or consciousness conference, which starting back in the 70s, because people are open-minded, people that come on these things are very open-minded. So they're not closed off to the UFO issue, the ET issue, and so they started inviting speakers about the subject into their conference. So it's an outlier issue in a way, and it provided a platform for us. And an audience for us. So the new age or the conscious movement, which really gets going in the early 70s, kind of melded up with us and was very helpful in our getting audience and getting stuff out. And so I feel really indebted, and so I go to this new age conferences. But I mean, one day.
And any podcast except it's
And any podcast, of course. But one day when my ship comes in, I got some real money. Okay. And I don't mean billions. I mean, real money to make would be like 40,000. So
What do you mean not billions? Why is there a limit?
Well, again, it's all relative. Right? One person's billion is another person's 50 grand. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to one of these conferences, and I'm going to go to every single table and buy whatever the hell they're selling. And if I get a lie on a table, if I got to sit in a sauna with a thing on my head, whatever the hell, I do it all. Right? It doesn't matter what it's supposed to, don't care. I'm going to do it all and see how I feel. That's going to be fun. Right? Unfortunately, I can't do that right now, but I'm going to do that.
What do you mean you can't do that right now?
Because I don't have the money.
There are lots of tables. We could go and sit at each table and put little things on his head.
Do it, right? I'm not going to be going around asking for freebies. Hey, look, I'm doing
Like
my
have
thing.
a sound bed at your house, like that you can just go lay down.
Oh, I'm not going to buy a sound bed. I'm just saying I'm going to take advantage of everything that I can do at the conference and everything they're selling, essential oils, whatever the hell. I try a little of it, and and see if what it is, because I have gone to so many of these, but I'm not into that. I don't do that stuff. I just don't. I'm a very basic guy, you know, nuts and bolts guy.
Meat and potatoes?
Meat and potatoes, if
Nuts
you want
and
to go
bolts,
there.
meat and potatoes. Sounds like a kid song.
I just, you know, so, but I'm open-minded. You know, I'm open-minded.
That he is. I can attest to that. I hung out with him all day yesterday, and he even invited me back.
I don't, if somebody's got a view or a philosophy or whatever, that's fine. I got no problem with it. You got to really get ugly before I start to wince a little bit, you know? There are philosophies you're going, oh, come on, please give me a break. But overall, so I love it. But
Was that a backhanded way of telling me I was pretty?
if you wish to interpret it that way, you are welcome to do that.
Charnel sure would. She's starting trouble, that Charnel Wolverton.
Careful here, this may end up on the internet.
It's going to end up on the
be
internet. I have
misinterpreted.
named someone. Well, you know what? Maybe that'll get us money.
I've taken names, right? I have a list.
I can't talk or he'll kill me.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say maybe we should end it on that note and make it very precarious and like a cliffhanger. Everybody likes cliffhangers, right?
Yeah, well, it's season 1, episode 1.
No, we did that. That's already on the
Yeah.
internet, where I got all weird about Ross Colt.
No, let me leave this. What I talked about at this event was the fact that we were very close to maybe getting confirmation of the extraterrestrial reality, the presence of ETs, crash vehicles, the whole 9 yards. It could happen within the next month or 2. That is a really big deal, and people are very receptive. It's something that's all I do is focus on that. And so if you watch this interview, something breaks in a month or 2, remember you heard it here first. There's your end.
There's my end. I think I'm
There's your
sitting
wrap.
on my end.
Okay, that's true. That's your other end.
So inappropriate. Keep riding the frequency, guys. Remember, you're the awareness.
You
Alrighty. Well, we're no Nichols and May, but that's all right. I have fun with Mr. Bassett, and it's to be hoped in the future he'll allow me to tag along and maybe do another interview. You never know. Keep riding the frequency. You're the awareness.